Let me bring out my first guest. Monifah. What a transition, right? Welcome to the show tonight. Monifah.
Hey, Dr. Scott, how are
Monifah.
you?
What? Come on. Monifah. What? Hey, Monifah.
Hey,
What? How
hey.
you doing? I
Oh,
liked.
wonderful, Dr. Sean. How are you? Thank you for
I
having
am doing good. Are you ready?
me.
Happy
Perfect.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to today's Monifah's birthday, people.
Yes.
Let's do the bridge. Happy. Come on, Monifah. There
Birthday.
you go.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Happy birthday,
I love it.
Monifah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a blessing. I'm 49 years young and
Oh,
experienced.
you look great, by the way.
Well, thank you. You know how we do. You know how it's
I'm about to
never.
say you don't look a day over 35.
Well, thank you, darling. And I don't feel it either. Praise the whole universe. Praise God. You know what I mean?
Right,
Um,
right,
he is all of it, right?
right. Well, I'm with you
Yeah,
on that. Praise whatever's up there. Thank you.
yeah, everybody, all of it. It's all him.
so,
All
so
it.
let, so let me ask you, because I'm going to ask you about your birthday a little later. I have some very
Okay.
specific questions about that because I do want to celebrate that. But I want to start with this. Tell me, what's the best thing about being you? What are some of the best things that you get to do because you're you?
Laugh. I have been blessed with a sense of humor. And I really feel blessed about that. Like I am appreciative, thankful, and grateful for the fact that I have a great sense of humor and I don't take myself that seriously. I can laugh at myself. I
Mm.
can yeah, and I can laugh with other people and have it. You know what I mean? That's one of the things. And I think I take that very seriously because I think it spills out into other aspects of my personality and my character. Um, One of the other things is that what? Dang, that was like the first, like
No,
that
but
kind
that
of
but
spills
that's
up into
enough.
everything.
No, but that's enough because I personally I like being around people who like to laugh.
Oh my.
So that's a great answer all by itself because the inability to laugh at yourself says something about a lack of development in your humanity. It
Mhm.
says to me you take yourself entirely too seriously.
Which is a lot of ego. And we
See?
know that, that's, and it's not the healthier part. It's not the healthy side of our ego because there's areas of our ego that are healthy and necessary. And then there are parts of it that aren't and are detrimental to us building, to developing and, our character building, So I'm glad.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'm just people watching. If you ever have any character trait that you want to judge if it's good or not, ask yourself would Donald Trump do it? I mean, would Donald Trump laugh at himself?
I
No,
yeah, no. And
no, he'd
and I
never do
beg
it.
to let us not let that be any type of barometer for anything that we not even he shouldn't even please no, take that back because he should, he shouldn't do. We don't even want to. That's
Right.
a whole nother illness. Like that's
A
sociopath,
whole nother illness is
all
the
types
best.
of other
That's
stuff.
the best
In
sentence
my
I've heard all day. That's a whole nother illness.
yeah,
I affirm this. So let me ask you this. And this is sort of a strange question, but I ask strange questions.
I love it.
How do you know when you're happy? What are the signs? What are the signs that you know to look for to tell you when you're in a happy and a good place? How do you know when you're there?
Well, before it would usually be induced by something external.
Mm,
Nowadays, it is me being on purpose to be fulfilled and content because every day you're not gonna we're fluid, we have a lot of things going on, there's a lot of external stimulants and things that are happening that really make it necessary for us to have to be on purpose and intentional about our mindset, our the messages we send to ourselves, what we say. I'm on purpose with remembering that I'm here another day, that
mm.
this is um this is just a journey, and judging it good or bad is where we get, for me, I've learned, for me, I can't really judge it. I try not to judge it. I just move through it. And if it doesn't feel like I want it to feel, I use things in my tool bag to help me get there, you know?
Mm,
Remembering the messages that I tell myself, remembering that, you know, this too shall pass.
mm,
You know, kind of looking into why something may be making me feel down and checking myself, you know, based on what I know. What I know is that I'm enough. What I know
mm.
is that I am the steward of this ship called Mo, you know, and I'm in control of it. I'm in control of over what I'm in control over. Anything
Mm.
else I can't bother with, because that'll drive me crazy, because I can only do what I'm in control of. And that is
I,
and that's my thoughts.
I love that. I love that a lot. Yes, when I'm in a good place, my eating is under control. My eating is under control. So one of the ways that I know that I'm in a good place, I'm eating right. When I'm not, when I'm not in a good place,
You know what? I agree. That is true. That is also true for me. It's not one of the things that I actually it is, because I'm an emotional eater, period. So I'm happy food, sad food, mad food. So I have I love, you know, I love to celebrate with food. I'm having a wonderful dinner tomorrow with my friends, a safe dinner, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I do take care of myself better. I notice that when I'm not in a good place and I do kind of focus on those things to take self-care, I do begin to step out of whatever I'm in. It's one of the
yeah,
things that helps me. So I agree. I
yeah.
agree.
You know, I asked you. I'm going to change gears, but I asked you the
Mhm.
question because I want everybody watching to track the signs of your own happiness. Because if you don't know what you normally do when you're happy, then you
Right.
may be happy and not even know it.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So track the signs of your own happiness, track the signs of your own despair, and don't count on other people to give you commentary on things you should already have a purchase and control over. Know yourself well enough to know when you're in a good place, doggone
Know
it.
thyself. It's true.
Come on, Monifah.
And
Know
who could
thyself. See?
yes, like really, that's the base of every healing process for us.
Yes. Yes. So
Because
no, stop for a second. Stop, because I want to fold this part. I'm gonna let you go, but I
that's
promise.
hard, that's hard.
I want to fold this part into your birthday, okay?
Okay.
Because today you were born. Today you came from the darkness of your mother's womb. You came from a house hallowed and heavenly into this place. Like this, today marks the day you begin your journey.
Yeah.
Tell me what makes you glad about this day.
I made it here today,
Mm,
2021. And that absolutely in my life's journey and experiences, all of every single one of them that I won't judge. And I stopped judging, got me to this point. And I
Was
didn't
there a time when
make it.
I'm sorry to cut you off,
Okay.
but was there a time when you didn't think you would make it here?
For in it, no. While I was in it, no. Retrospectively and looking back after I was ready to live the life that I was supposed to live here in the way I was supposed to live it, yes. I look back and say, I don't have to be here right now. It could have ended
Mm,
a whole different way
mm.
for a few reasons. So, because I wasn't taking care of myself, I didn't know what I know now in the healing. So, which is why I don't
Monifah, I'm going to push you a little bit because I want us to celebrate you, and we're going to celebrate your music and your capacity for it. But I also want people to know that this woman that sits before me tonight, that celebrates her birthday with so much joy, because you have joy. You're not just happy, you have joy.
I,
We could talk about the difference later. But I want them to know, some of what you uh, overcome, right? Not just the crown, but the cross. So when you say to me tonight that there was a time in your life when you weren't quite sure if you were going to make it, what was going on?
I was abusing substance and alcohol. I straightforward, just cocaine was my drug of choice, which I started later on in life. It didn't start in my 20s. I picked this habit in my 30s, in my earlier 30s. Alcohol had always been there. So it was interesting that I found out that alcohol was my first issue, trying to heal and clean up the substance abuse, right? So, yeah, I mean, and before that, promiscuity, lack of self-worth and making choices to fill voids that I didn't even know were there necessarily, which only kind of stacks the deck, for your wellness, your emotional wellness, my emotional wellness and my mental health, because you make bad choices or choices that don't serve you, and now you're like behind the eight ball, stacked trying to get through that. And by the time I did, let me tell you what was the amazing thing was, there's a generational, I hate the word curse, but there's generational challenges and struggles that I decided to overcome. There's substance abuse on both sides of my family, very ripple effect, right? And so I made the decision my dad died of an overdose when I was 9. My brother, died from complications of AIDS, and he was addicted to crack, and he had gotten himself clean. But, my aunt passed away. I just lost a lot of people that were very important. And I decided what helped me is I was thinking about my daughter. And then beyond that, thinking about my grandchildren that weren't even born yet, and saying that I wanted to break the cycle for when they came into the world. They weren't even thought of at the time. But when they came into the world, I didn't want them to come into the space where their grandmother was not well. Yeah. I wanted it to be clear. I want the cycle to be broken, and they come into this world with their grandmother having broken that cycle. So maybe that would be one they wouldn't have to walk.
Listen, I got to take a break.
Sure.
But I honor that, and I honor the story, and I honor it because it's just so important to people to know that the joy of the woman that started this show, she's earned the right to laugh. She's earned the right to smile. She's earned the right to celebrate her birthday the way she damn well pleases. Because when you've come through that, and you can still hold your head up and have courage and dignity, then you've earned the right. And that's who Monifah is. She's a woman in full measure. How about that? We'll be right back. Don't y'all play with me tonight. Monifah, what? Anyway, I just like doing that. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of Kid Capri, right? Kid Capri Party.
Yes.
I'm just saying. I'm showing my age, but it's just true. So Monifah, let me ask you this, because I want to know, what would the younger you be surprised to know about you now? Like if the you that's sitting before me tonight just bumped into the younger you walking down the street, what would the younger you be like, wow, about?
Well, they would have to probably come in, she would probably have to come inside of the house and watch me for maybe 2 days, right? No, like a day, right? I'm gonna tell you the first thing is, you actually like being in the house? Seriously? You're not outside? Like, you're not somewhere else? I could not sit. I would have run around, hanging out. And Sundays would be my day where I relax. And and you're crocheting. That's what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, and you're really pretty good. Like, this is interesting. It was scary. Yeah. Just settle in my skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running from myself anymore.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's it. That's it. And that would probably be the thing the younger version of you would cry over and celebrate. Because the younger you was probably so busy trying to escape and run and hide.
Absolutely.
That to see the present you fully in possession would just make the younger you dance all around the block and say, finally.
Yes, like, really, then you wording it like that. Yeah, it kind of makes me emotional right now, even thinking about that. That's amazing. But that's very true. And probably would be able to just come. I kind of see her just coming and relaxing in my arms and chilling out, and like, laying right up under me, you know.
What would you thank her for? Because there's some things I think we ought to thank the younger version of ourselves for.
I would thank her for surviving.
Mm.
I would thank her for the moments where she held on to what she did know for sure, the greatness in her, what she may not have consciously known, but in her spirit and core knew, and then made those adjustments and held on and survived through the other weird decisions that you know
that were on the way.
yeah, you know, that were in active, you know, happening actively. Yeah.
I agree with that deep in the city of my soul, because if I met the younger version of me, I would say to him, thank you, big head.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. You I don't know how you did it,
Yeah.
but you just kept going. So
Yeah.
thank you for getting me here. I'm absolutely agreeing with that. And speaking of that, because we're gonna celebrate your birthday, and we're gonna celebrate the fact you have 10 years of sobriety.
Yeah. Yes, God. Yes.
I mean, come on.
Absolutely. Woo!
Come on. go. Oh, don't you play with it.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Yes. I'm not exactly sure. It's interesting. I'm not exactly sure. There were some, moments, relapsing is a part of recovery.
Yes,
and
it is.
wasn't like long about, but there were little spots. And so I kind of had little reset,
It's like me and pizza. Keep going.
Yeah. 1 and 2. Yeah. And just pockets. And, so yeah, it's about now a good solid 10 years.
Wow. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. You hear me?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you look good. You sound good.
Thank you.
Like I said to you, you're not happy. Happiness is a response to what's happening. Joy is it's in the Hebrew, the word joy means echo. And what joy is, joy happens whenever you are in possession of a memory, of an experience, of what was done for you long ago. So you don't need something to happen to have joy. You just need a memory.
That's right. Because when you just know that, and I do have joy. I do often say that I'm not joy. I have a joy that I haven't had ever. Ever.
I'm entirely joyful with you. 10 years of sobriety is a big deal. And for everybody watching tonight, because all of us are addicted to something. Let's just be honest about that.
Yeah,
sugar,
substances. Exactly. This
carbs,
is a thing. Let's be clear.
Sex.
Yes.
Porn.
Yes.
Cognac, yes. Cigars.
Yes.
Okay, that one's definitely me.
Cigars.
Weed.
Some are manageable. Some are not. Detrimental to your well-being, in your emotional well-being, of course. But anything that we don't have control over is not necessary. We have to have the ability to have control. And
yes,
takes you out of your control space. That's when it's an issue.
Listen, I'm running out of time, so I got to cover a lot of ground quickly. Okay. Give me 3 words, not 3 sentences, 3 words that best describe you.
Tenacious, empathetic, joyful.
Yeah. I see that. I've been knowing you, 25 minutes. And I totally see that. I know you did that really well. Normally I would ask you why. Well, let me ask you, why those words above all others? How do those words best capture you? Why those words?
Well, because I'm definitely a person that puts themselves in other people's shoes. That's just how I relate. And now I have that part under control. I don't over-relate. But I almost said joyful. Joyful because I learned the difference in my journey between joyful and happy and, just content. Yeah. And what was the other word? I can't even remember. What I said?
Tenacious. Didn't you say tenacious? Yeah.
And yeah, I have staying power.
Clearly.
That's who I am. I'm never gonna stop.
You remain.
No,
you remain through all the ups and downs and multiplications and divisions. You are the remainder. You remain, and that's a gift from God.
Yes,
Not everybody has it, because some people get erased by what they've done.
Right. True that.
You've remained. So I'm going to ask you 3 what questions, and
Okay.
so give me answers to these. All right, because I got about 5 minutes left. All right,
Okay.
here's the first one. You don't have to give me one word, but you can give me a couple of sentences. But I got 3 important what questions. All right, here they are. All right, Monifah, what makes you so strong?
God.
Okay, you can't do better than that. Here's the second one. Monifah, what makes you so weak?
Self.
What makes you better?
Choices.
What makes you feel most at home?
Oh, wow. What makes me feel most at home?
Mm-hmm.
My bed.
Not mad at you at all. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Here's the next one. Who loved you the most?
God.
Here's my last one with this round. Don't say God. He's not an answer.
No, okay, no, but he did. He
No.
did.
I'm just saying with my
For
next
this one.
question.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm
Got it.
gonna push you beyond God. What saved you?
My will.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Let me ask you a couple music questions. All right. Because, you are Monifah. So we need to ask you some music questions. Describe your sound to everybody. Your music. Describe what it is you're trying to achieve when you sing a song.
Connection. I want people to feel what makes me tick. I love to sing. Been doing it since. That is just one of my many gifts, but it's the gift that God chose for me to make an impact. So it's about connection for me, and sharing and reciprocity in that process, because I'm not only giving, I'm receiving as well.
Yeah, no, that's a great response and a great answer. I guess it makes me wonder, how how would you describe the sound though? Who are you like? And it's an unfair question.
Yes, it is.
It is, and so, but I'm gonna keep going though.
Okay, no, I'm cool. It's fine.
Who are you? Not you as a person, but your
Right.
sound. Like who would it remind us of to hear you sing?
I have heard a few people. I don't personally think it's any one person in particular, or I don't hear anything. What I really feel like my tone is very unique. Like if you hear me, it's me singing. Like that sounds like Monifah. That you know what I'm saying? I
I
rarely
agree with that.
hear anybody that has the same tone. It's interesting. But as far as people, I can give you heavy influencers. I mean,
Yeah,
influences.
that's a much better question. Go ahead.
Tina Marie is one of my influences, like heavy. I just feel Luther is, and it's not just female singers; it's male singers. I love Shaka. I thought I was Shaka when I was Shaka for Halloween at ages 4 and 5. That's my girl. That's my lady. And
Yeah.
the Whispers, the Spinners. Like these are the groups that I would play and sing along to in the house.
And all of them have original sounds. All of them have distinctive sounds and voices.
Yeah,
And just like
exactly,
you,
Philippe. When you hear Philippe, that's you know what I'm saying?
Same thing with Shaka. Same thing with Tina Marie. Here's my last question for the night, because regrettably, I'm out of time. Although I could talk to you for 3, I know exactly. I could talk to you for 19 hours and probably not notice.
Yeah, I see that. I can too.
Yeah, we connect. I don't. And plus we both got on black, so I don't know what that is.
Have me back.
But tonight there's some young artists that are watching. Give them some advice.
Keep your independent property. You don't need to sign to a label. You don't have to at all. The world is at your fingertips, and you can do this. You just have to be focused and be clear of what your vision is and where you want to be in your career. Because now your career is not just about sending out music. It's a whole thing. It's music. It's branding opportunities. It's merchandising everything. Your oh my gosh, to the world.
Vision?
What is your offer to the world? Because
Right.
only you can give it.
Right.
So, and you hold on to it. You don't need anybody else, no label, no 360 deals. I'm just going to say that. You don't need any 360 deals. You can do this on your own, period.
Yeah. Listen, Monifah, today's your birthday. And on this day, we wish you love. We wish
Thank
you
you, Sean.
all the love you can possibly stand and handle. And is your grandmother alive?
She just passed 6 years ago at 96.
Is your grandfather alive?
No. All of my grandparents are on my shoulder, and
No, that's fine. It's fine. And your father passed away, right?
Yeah, my mom is
Okay.
still with me.
So I'm going to assume his voice, and if he was here, he would say this to you. And if in the darkness, Monifah, you should lose your way, find your way back home along the shores of my love for you. Like wind and like water, I will be with you. Look for me in the light.
And that I do. Thank you so much, Dr. Sean.
My pleasure. You are such a sweetheart, Monifah.
Too. Thank you. Thank you. I enjoy being here. Thank you for having me.